up, and welcome back to episode 3. So, I took a hiatus between recording episode 2 and recording this episode 3. Uh, I wanted to try and figure out what was going on with my video settings and video quality because although I did get some positive comments, I just was not happy with the video quality that was uploaded. So, I took a little bit of time off, did some research, did some digging, tried to see if I could figure out what's going on. I finally got everything adjusted. We're going to record this episode. We're going to see how this goes, and we'll see what quality we end up with. I changed some settings, adjusted a few settings, the output and everything. So, well, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Anyways, I don't remember at all what I was doing. Uh, mining hall, possibly. Um, I know I was trying to clear that area out over there for the house. I got this set up for the zombie villagers. Otherwise I do not remember a whole lot, guys. It's been unfortunately too long. I think I do remember something about I was trying to get torches and trying to get some gear done so that way we have well gear to go down the caves with and adventuring. I think I do remember that for the most part. Let's put that over there. Let's do that. So, okay, we've got. I feel like I can get away with 10. Wrong. 1. What? Let's ignore that. Alright. What? We had a cave there. I know we dug a hole over there that goes down. Okay, let's maybe not run right now. Just because we're still going to be, yikes, loading in some of the chunks right now, even though they've already been discovered. So let's go about this slow, and let's just see how this episode turns out, guys. I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm already feel like I'm feeling the chunk issue here. Or chunk issue. I mean, yeah, chunk issues because the chunks are taking forever to load. But the lag issues. Okay. I know I did receive a comment. It's like kind of like the lag though, because it's character. And I'll miss it when it's gone. I do agree, man. 100%. I did see your comment. Don't quote me your name right now. I also don't want to absolutely butcher it. But I do appreciate it. 100%. I just, man, I feel like it ruins the video quality, and I know that in the long run, it's gonna end up biting me in the butt, because, you know, I know you're like, I 100% agree with you, and one of the other comments, kind of reminds me of old school Minecraft, which is kind of where my brain sets at right now with it all. It's just that, for me, I know in the long run it's going to affect video quality, it's going to affect views and like ratings and everything else, and that's something I do, want to change. I do want to make it enjoyable content for you guys. I don't want it to be absolutely horrendous content. And you guys are like, okay, I'm done watching him because his video quality is absolutely horrible, or not getting views because my video quality is absolutely horrible. So we'll get it all figured out. Like I said, I'm hoping with me adjusting my settings will change some things. Obviously, I still feel like I'm going to have some in-game lag that may just take some adjusting of settings and fine-tuning some stuff. I may see if there's like some texture packs or something that can help with it or something. I, heck, I might see if mini HUD helps at all. I can look into that as well. Like I said, man, I don't want to just bore you guys with just awful content because I kind of feel like that's where I'm at right now. So, but hey, maybe not. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll clean up. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But how you guys been? Hope you've all been all right. I've just been grinding away the work grind, unfortunately. and just trying to figure all this mess out. So, no crazy life events, no crazy changes as of right now. Just consistently working, trying to punch hours and get some stuff done at work. Getting ready to try to get some stuff done here on the house before too much longer. The wife and I are going to try to get some things adjusted and get ready to prep the kids' room and get it ready for her. So that's another thing that's going to take some time, but hey, we'll get it figured out. So for those of you that don't have a kid, enjoy it while you can, man. Don't get me wrong. That's nothing against my kid. Nothing at all. Just, when you have a kid, things change a little bit in your life. And, for any of those of you that are soon to become parents or plan to become parents, you'll notice that as time goes. But, hey, enjoy the times while y'all can. Like I said, I'm not bashing having a kid at all. I'm not. Love her to death. She actually, unfortunately, is feeling a little ill right now. She's with the in-laws. I'm just chilling here. I really want to try to get episode 3 out until or recorded, at least till the wife gets home. So, as of right now, I kind of feel like it's getting a little bit better here. Maybe. Now we're down the cave, so we're not rendering a bunch of surface chunks and stuff like that. But back to the topic there. Sorry. Derailed pretty bad. Little one is kind of sick. She's been teething, so that might not help with everything right now. Unfortunately, which I absolutely hate. Teething is not fun. As being the parent that has dental issues himself, it's not anything to do with teeth. I hate, and especially for her, because she's still getting used to her world and her surroundings, and it's just like, hey, these things that you're going to be required to have basically to live and survive and eat, they're going to hurt as you're cutting them, and it's going to suck. So, yeah. Thankfully there's stuff out there, you can help out with your kids, stuff like that, and that's what I've been doing with her. We got clearance from her doctor. We're able to give her like children's Tylenol, stuff like that, in low dosages, along with children's Zyrtec and stuff. So she's been getting that. I think last night I only gave her like a half dose of Tylenol. Same thing as the night before, just to help her out. And it definitely does help her out, because she's sleeping through the night. She's been sleeping through the night for a while, but with the teething, not feeling good, she kind of wakes up every now and then. But having that in her system, I definitely feel like it has been a big help for her. So gotta get the piece. So, yeah, I covering that, and hopefully none of you guys are getting gross out of like, okay, dude, stop talking about it. But I unfortunately have yet to call my dentist, but oh well. I need to call him. I unfortunately lost one of my crowns that I've had since I was, golly, like 10 to 12, somewhere through there. I got 4 teeth crowned, and unfortunately lost one about a week ago now. So I need to call and get that taken care of, get that scheduled. Unfortunately, the tooth underneath is not repairable, not savable, so I will be unfortunately looking at another tooth extraction, which at this point I've just become so numb to them, it just doesn't even faze me anymore. But I've had, unfortunately, my entire top jaw has now been extracted out, and I currently have a temporary denture, which I'm still waiting on that. I'm still waiting to go in to get my permanent denture put in on my top jaw. So that's fantastic. But that should be coming here soon, I do believe. Last I talked to them, they thought like February or March, so here we are about halfway through February, or a little over halfway, I guess. And I need to not lose my place here. But we're about halfway through the month, so I guess maybe this month may not be, but we should be getting close. found out that having a temporary denture, you get an insert, basically. I think is what they called it. It's a molded insert, so unfortunately you have to suffer through the pain of dealing with all like just absolutely disgusting gunk in your mouth for a second to get it to form. But I'm only on number 2, and I've had my dentures, God, October of last year, a little before, or was October my? Yeah, no, about August, October last year, I think, maybe a little bit. No, like June, July. Sorry, I got messed up because I was in training in June, and then I came back, and in July is when it got done. Okay, sorry. But I've only gone through 2 inserts, which is insane because the dental assistant that was there, she said that she was impressed that I even went like a little over a month, I think, with my first one. She said because a lot of people, they go through 3 or 4, and I'm like, mine's not really in that bad. It's only just now starting to get a little loose, so I figure, now's the time. Like my temporary one I've got right now, it's been, oh Lord, what was that? November, December that I had this one done. I've currently still got, so I have not been back. It started to get a little loose here and there, but then it's kind of like there's other days where it's still tight. It's just because your mouth is still adjusting, it's still healing and getting used to everything. So I'm just kind of like, whatever, I'll live with it. It's fine. It's not bothering me that bad right now. I'm gonna let it go. Besides, I mean, the insert, it's $100 per insert. So I mean, you imagine you have that done, and that's $100 every time. So the people that have had it done 3 or 4 times within a couple months, that's $300 or $400. So for me, only having to spend like $100 so far on it is a very nice little blessing in disguise, because that gets expensive quick. Which, getting expensive, I'm planning to try and talk to my dentist as well, because he's wanting to extract my bottom jaw as well, and my plan is to go through and have implants put in on my bottom. So I'm starting my left side and moving around to the right, because that's where what I have left on my right hand side is pretty much, that's on my right hand side. Starting from about the middle of the front over is what I have left. So it's a very unfortunate thing. Don't get bit by Lyme ticks. I'll put it that way. That's what has unfortunately caused my dental demise. Not so much the bite, but the antibiotic that I had to take. What they don't tell you, the side effect of the antibiotic is it eats the enamel away on your teeth. And as somebody that already doesn't have much just because of genes, unfortunately, nothing against my parents, nothing on them at all. It's just unfortunately a trait that was carried through the bloodline. I already had soft enamel, so my enamel didn't really stick as it was growing up as a kid. I could take care of my teeth. I could brush my teeth every night. I can mouthwash every day. After every meal, after everything I eat, it didn't make a difference, unfortunately. I just got short in the stick. And then the tetracycline, which is the antibiotic for Lyme disease, eats away one of the side effects is it eats away the enamel that's on your teeth. Again, even if you take the highest measures of precaution on your teeth. So I unfortunately got cursed with that, and what enamel I didn't have got ate away the rest of, and just from there on out, it was just a downhill spiral, unfortunately, for me. So been dealing with it a lot through the years, dealing with it as I can, multiple different dentists, multiple different places, couple different specialists, just trying to find somebody to take me on, and finally I found a dentist, and they were getting a lot of my stuff done. I did get sent to a doctor's office and was put under anesthesia to have my first batch pulled out because I didn't do it in house, but ended up getting that all taken care of. This is a dead end. Yeah, just a little bit of copper up here. But got that all taken care of. So, and unfortunately, every time I try to set up with them after a couple things like taken care of, like a couple root canals that I had done, which I had unfortunately had removed now as well. They were like, okay, well, let's set you up for a cleaning. We'll have you come in. We'll set up a game plan, and we'd set up a game plan, and then I'd go in for that. We're like, okay, well, we're gonna have to reschedule that appointment, and blah, 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 whatever. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I'd go in like, okay, well, we're gonna do a cleaning on you. I'm like, that's not what I'm here for. We're just supposed to be getting a game plan together of what to do with my teeth, and it was just a consistent, every single time, make an appointment, they'd change things, or I'd have something come up, and I'd have to reschedule. And it unfortunately came to the point where I was like, all right, I can't keep doing this. Y'all just keep pushing it off, and end up just, well, let's do a cleaning, let's get a game plan together every single time, consistently like clockwork. And I was like, all right, no, I can't do this anymore. So I quit going to that dentist and had to find somebody else. But it was kind of few and far between as the people that actually wanted to take me on because I'm, such a detrimental case, unfortunately, for myself, that nobody wanted to do anything. Nobody wanted to try to tackle it. Help me, nothing. It wasn't until I met my wife that there was a night that I couldn't sleep. I was up all night in pain, took ibuprofen, took Tylenol, got a tube of Orajel, was putting that on my jaw and on my teeth, and I was like, this sucks, this hurts. I was getting swelling in my jaw, and she ended up calling and was like, hey, my husband needs, my boyfriend at the time, so we were just dating, needs to come in. He's got a very badly broken tooth. He's swelling. He's in agony pain. What can we do? They're like, we can have him here tomorrow, 8 a.m. If it's as bad as it sounds, we may be looking at extracting his tooth, whatever. And she says, that's fine. We need to do something because he's in so much pain. Although there are days where I want to kick her butt for it. If it wasn't for her, honestly, at this point, with as bad a condition as my teeth were getting into, I would probably be in a whole lot different situation right now. That is, if I was even still existing on this planet, because it was starting to get to that point. I went through a few rough patches as well in life, and it just, my teeth became a last concern for me. My health in general really pretty much did. Heck, I ended up having hernia surgery in October of 24, a month before we had our kid, because I'd let it go for so long. I was probably 12 years old on that. Ended up having my appendix removed, and what they don't tell you is, removing the tube that is inserted to remove the toxicity from your body. They don't go in and surgically remove. They just pull it out. And unfortunately, doing so created a weak spot, and working in physical labor like I have, ended up with the micro tear becoming a major problem, and causing a hernia. So I let it go. I ignored it, and it pretty much came to bite me in the butt. I was having problems getting up and moving, to where at one point at work I was laying on one of our creeper boards and just laying in my bay. Like, I couldn't stand up. It hurt to sit. My wife was finally like, yeah, no, you've got to do something about this. Like, this has got to stop. So I was like, yeah, fine, sure, whatever. Called around, got a hold of a couple doctors, ended up going in for basically a physical evaluation with my PCP, primary care. And he was like, yeah, no, 100%, you have a hernia. We need to get you scheduled in. He said, I'm going to try to basically rush schedule you and see if the doctor can get you in and get you looked at and see if I can do something about this ASAP because he's like, that's bad. Um, so ended up getting scheduled with a specialist doctor, and he's been doing it for years. And he comes from a bloodline of doctors. So got in with him, got my hernia surgery taken care of. Quite a bit of downtime, unfortunately, from work. Total of like, golly, like 12 weeks almost. Like, you'd think I had a kid. Like, I was the one that was pregnant. Um, I was on light duty for about 4 to 6 weeks, and then slowly was able to start easing back into things. And my doctor told me take it easy until we reevaluate you. Once we reevaluate, you know your limits. You know what you can and can't do. Don't push it. You feel something wrong, whatever it is, drop whatever you're holding because you do not need to be holding that or moving it. To which I was like, I work in the automotive field, man. This is going to be kind of difficult. He's like, I want to go ahead and tell you, don't go lifting engines, don't go lifting transmissions, which I was like, okay, that I don't really have to worry about that much. He said, but heavy wheels and tires, I would not touch for a while. And then thankfully my boss was very understanding and very helpful with that. He made sure that I was taken care of. He got to the point where actually he was on leave, and our dispatcher was like, "Hey, here's just a oil change. That's all it is. Just drain and fill, drain the oil out, put a new filter on it, fill it, send it." And I was like, "Okay," and I got a bunch of those. And everybody's like, "How are you getting all these like no rotates, like just drain and fill?" So I'm like, "Dude, I'm on light duty. I can't do anything." Because a bunch of guys were like, "Oh yeah, I didn't think about that." I was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Trust me, I'm not happy about this. This sucks." I'm like, "You guys think like, oh, you must be nice, have it easy, not do anything." I'm like, "No, dude, this sucks. I hate not doing anything." I was like, "Cause yes, I know it's my health, but I feel like I'm kind of letting the team down, and I would help you guys out, because we all kind of work together, take care of things, and it sucked not being able to help the guys out." So, but thankfully we're back. We're back to our fully working self, back to full capacity, busting it at work every day, which I've been doing really well with all that. Our owner was in our meeting on Monday, and I absolutely hated it because our shop dispatch, he had to go over everybody's hours individually in a meeting, basically say who had how many hours last week or whatever. And he got to me, and he was like, 14. And I was like, dude. Because for the last month and a half, I've been cranking out 30 plus hours on average. So to only have like 14 last week, I was like, yep, thanks for that. I didn't need to have that said out loud, but so it was not fun. And I was like, man, of all meetings our owner decides to be in, it's this one. Why couldn't it have been a week or two ago when I was cranking out hours? But we've also been really slow with both, oil changes have been slow. Full-time or mainline work has been slow. Our used vehicle intake has been a lot lower than it has been. Me and our other UVI tech have done maybe 4 cars this week, which like between the two of us, which is insane because usually by Monday afternoon he's 4 or 5 cars deep, and I'm 2 or 3 in as well. So it's been rough. It's been slow. Really hoping that something changes here in the near future. Not holding our breath, but hopefully we pick up. We've just been so slow. So, but I'm realizing that I've absolutely rambled for like the last 30 minutes. So I am so sorry, but hopefully you guys have found something interesting or entertaining about what I've been going on about. But yeah, it's been, to say the least. Love getting that question in the morning from a couple of our people, like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" It's like, I'm here, dude. This sucks. I hate it because I have nothing to do. I'm twiddling my thumbs. I've actually got I've got one job I have not been able to get to yet. I'll get to that one hopefully tomorrow. putting a new starter in a truck. So I'm at work 7 to 5 tomorrow. Another reason I'm recording tonight because I got it for 4:30, and hopefully I can get that done rather quick. So um, it shouldn't take much. I think it pays like a half hour to get it done, so it shouldn't take long at all. But the biggest deal will just be getting out there because the truck is so far out in our back lot. It's like a football field away from the shop, and I really don't feel like pushing it in that far. So, um, but then I've got a used vehicle currently sitting on a rack that I got parts ordered today. Got the inspection done, got the ticket approved, and parts are 2-3 days out on a couple things. So I'm like, well, that's awesome. Love that. So, but I mean, it's been that slow and it's been that bad, and it's kind of crazy that one of the parts I need is 2 or 3 days out because it's a detrimental part. It's a oil filter cooler housing, so that's gonna suck. I've already did one on a Jeep last week, which actually I think I got done this week. So that ticket's done. But yeah, it's been rough to say the least. So, but I think I wrote it up. It's like a 11-hour ticket, but got about 6 hours approved on it. So, which is kind of a normal thing. You know, sales has to kind of watch what they put in a certain vehicle, which I 100% agree with and I understand. You know, we've got to be able to make money on these vehicles and can't just lose ourselves in it. You know, anything that becomes a questionable one, it's like, yeah, let's not put the money into it. We'll just send it to the back fence and send it to private sellers that are more willing to do the work, put money into it, fix it up, sell it themselves. So, which is something I really want to like look into doing, is picking up some, you know, older-ish vehicles I know aren't going to be too much and get those done. You know, start buying and flipping those as well. Which, again, I mentioned it. I don't know, episode 1 or 2, that I do have a automotive channel that all the automotive stuff I'll do will be over there. So, kind of hoping that I can maybe have that one take off too. You know, we'll have 2 or 3 different channels. Like I said, we have this one, we'll have the automotive channel, we'll have the vlogging channel. The vlogging channel is dead. I have not done anything with it, and to tell you the truth, I don't really know when I will. Which I really should try to get back into bringing that one back to life. I just don't have the drive to do it. Which for me, I feel like it's kind of understandable. I'm just trying to get this back up off the ground and take back off on this with, you know, previous couple videos, and just stopped for a minute because it was just like, okay. But like I said, the whole thing with this is just I hated the quality of the videos. I did. So I'm hoping that's taken care of. You know, other than a little bit of lag there at the beginning of this, which we seem to be okay, at least game side wise. I'm hoping that the recording comes out okay. Hopefully, I'm not gonna hold my breath again. You know, because we're kind of experimenting right now. But if the video quality is at least better now than episode 1 or 2, I'll keep going. You know, it may just be I need to do a hard reset on my computer, like restart. Don't turn around and leave my computer on. It could even be something to do with the video editing software I'm using. So I got to look into that, kind of see how much that is affecting the video quality. Because I try to just take one of the clips off, I think episode 1 or episode 2 or whatever, and tried to make a TikTok out of it, and it's kind of acting like it was freezing up and messing up. So I'm not, you know, too sure on that. So I'm thinking maybe it might be the editing software. I won't really know until probably after this video, because I should be able to see how everything turns out. How everything turns out on this side. once I get the video processed out and then moved over to the video editor, I should be able to say, like, okay, here's where some of the rough spots are. Once I got past the, game startup lag, and okay, we're not bad. But we shall see. But like I said, I'm hoping that video quality, upload quality is a lot better. So, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Sorry guys, just answering a couple of messages real quick that got sent to me. So, but here I am over here cutting down trees, and I straight up said I didn't want to absolutely bore you guys with this. I'll try not to bore you with the terraforming, because let's be honest, this is going to need terraformed, and that is one thing I absolutely hate doing. Just trying to figure out how far back I want to go. I mean, I know over here I pretty much went to the, not quite to the water line, but I kind of pushed over pretty far. I feel like maybe this tree goes, we leave down here. So I need to pick up all these saplings so I can keep from entity lag too. Yeah, sticks and everything else. Yeah, I kind of feel like we cut these two trees down here. We leave down below. I don't know how far back. I don't know how far back into this forest I want to go here, like leveling out and everything else. But that way, I know I was kind of thinking up to the, yeah, that Podzol line, on that. So, like the front. So I think that's what I said. I was gonna have the house face that way. All I guess would be weird and be like, oh, if you want good luck, have the house built to where the front's facing the west, right? Which is, where's my face north? East, so really the house would need to be facing that way. Which I'm not really feeling that. I guess I could, well, nah. Because like I've got it back to this hill basically right now, but then it's going this way and back to here. So maybe these two trees as well, and maybe those three come down. I don't know. It's so hard trying to like figure it out when you're just kind of free scanning it. Dang it. Alright, so I need to go back to base camp and make an axe. I'm gonna leave. Oh, you left the treetop. Yeah, no, I'm not leaving it permanently. I'm going to come back and fix that. I just gotta make an axe. God, I still have not come up with a house design. I haven't found anything yet, so still looking, still trying to get an idea. I found a couple maybes, but we'll see. I'm not too sure yet. Nope, wrong chest. Quite a bit of wood at least coming out of this. Should make one for now. This is just rain at the moment, but if it thunders, which I'm waiting on. Can we? Nope. Okay. Maybe we get lucky and a zombie villager spawns and we can trap it in the boat. We can hope. The last video I did all that research, like in the middle of the video, and I was like, okay, I want to know what the percentage is because this is ridiculous. We had 2 real quick, so. Which, yeah, apparently in overgrowth or old growth taigas, zombie villager spawns are higher than normal. So, kind of a nice little tidbit information to know. Kind of makes me want to build more towards old growth taigas more often than not. That was a rough lag spike. Okay, that might have just been my internet there. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, kind of glad to know that kind of little bit of information. It's like, okay, maybe building an old growth taigas is actually a smart idea because then you can have pretty much all the villagers you want and need staggeredly, but you can get them all because zombie villagers. I have not jumped on the server in a while. Probably should do that here soon. Also, just kind of been in a dead point lull. I mean, even outside of recording content for you guys, I just really haven't been gaming. Except for just when I was recording last. So, like, that's legitimately the first time that's the last time I was gaming. I mean, I was gaming a little bit last night, but I think last night I was just trying to see, if any quality got better on here, like between gameplay and everything else with and without recording, because I didn't record anything last night. I just kind of tested to see if any of the quality got better, and the lag seemed like it cut back, but I mean, I do still feel like I'm seeing it more right now than I did last night. I'll say that. But I got OBS running in the background. But I want to say that OBS is minimized. It may not be, and that may be why we're having such a lag spike. I may need to look at that. Actually, while I jump in bed here, I'm going to do that real quick. Function F11. OBS is minimized. Is my... Huh. Alright, well, it's minimized along with the Minecraft launcher. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just, again, trying to get used to the whole system and everything. We're going to end up with a chest monster, man, before too much longer if we're not careful here. Because I'm building another chest. Let's do wood in this chest for now. That's great. Let's do this. Okay. Yes, I know I'm doing that for now, but okay, I'm missing mods because freaking mod where you can have your chest organized for you, or click a button like right here. There's probably a fabric side I could do, so I don't have to run cursed, but I don't know. That'll be something else I have to look into. So, shovel. I said I'm going to bore you guys, but if you don't care, I'm going to do this and continue to blab about to you. Why did I do that? Blab about to you guys, so. But, seriously, enough about me. What all have you guys been up to? You guys had any projects, any games you guys have been kind of interested in playing right now that you've got your noses into, you're not wanting to back out of? If you do play Minecraft, any build ideas you're wanting to work on or you are working on, mini games that you guys are obsessed with right now. Because I ain't gonna lie, I do miss mini games. Used to play quite a bit with a few friends, but yeah. What y'all's got? What y'all's guys? What the frick? What's y'all's current gaming situation? What's your hobby situation right now? What have you guys been up to? I do want to kind of get to know who's watching content right now. I don't want to sit there and be the self-centered content creator. That's not who I am, not who I want to be at all. Heck, today me and the guys at work were sitting there talking about Black Ops. Actually, one of my coworkers apparently said he's been obsessed with Black Ops Zombies on I want to say he said Black Ops 7. I think is what he said he's been playing on. So, which don't shame me. I have not played, but again, I haven't really been on PlayStation. Playing on the laptop, I don't really have great ability to play much outside of like Minecraft or some simplistic computer games. Because I've got farming sim on my PC. I've got American Truck Sim on my PC. I've got Mechanic Simulator on my PC. I've got GTA on my PC. That's what I hate. With the computer giving out on me. Actually, I say on my PC. Not on my PC because the hard drive's done for. So, but I've got quite a bit on it that I was starting to play and everything. So, I mean, heck, that could have been. Maybe that's what led to the downfall. It's like I had too much crap on it, and my computer's just like, nope, full storage, I'm done. So I've been doing some digging on that. I've been looking into some things on like some hard drives and stuff, and what I can do maybe about trying to piece that PC back together for now. But we'll see. Doing my research and taking my time. It's just that it's the run-of-the-mill office PC. It's not worth putting money into, which is why I'm like, I need to just wait and just get a new PC. Because it's not worth putting the time or the effort or the money into it. Which is a very unfortunate thing to admit, but it is what it is. I mean, it was a Christmas gift, so I am grateful for that. 100% grateful. It's just that I'm sitting here like, okay, now it's gone out. I don't feel the need and the want to put the time and the money into it. I'd rather just get a new PC, something built to my spec that I want, and go from there. Because, I mean, let's be honest, you get something new, and if it's customizable, you're gonna customize it to what you're wanting, So, I mean, unless you're just not picky, which at times I'm not. But in a situation like that, knowing that, I want to do this, I want to do, content creation, whether it's Minecraft or just, any of the other games I've listed, like GTA, American Truck Sim, anything like that. I would rather have something more durable, more tanky that I can do whatever I want with and not have to stress, can this handle it? It's like, Elder Scrolls Online, Skyrim. I don't know if any of you guys play that, but ESO, I couldn't play on my laptop, but I could play it on my PC, which I've been getting some flack from my gaming group where they're just like, oh yeah, it'd be nice if you would come back and join us. I'm like, I can't. My laptop can't handle it. I've told you guys this. They're like, seriously? I'm like, yes. Of course, they're all just like, dude, we're gonna send you parts. I'm like, no, you're not, because it's fine. Just go on without me. It'll be okay. I'll get my PC situation figured out. We'll be good. So, but so far, it kind of seems like the laptop's handling this a little bit better tonight than it has in the past. So I know the other night it did fully restart. So that might be what helped as well. And we're not overloading everything. I did go through and it's like, I don't remember if it was a Facebook reel or if it was like a TikTok that was like PC tips and tricks that you didn't know that can help your performance or whatever. And startup apps. There are apps that start up that run in the background on your PC you probably didn't even realize. And if you haven't done it, I would go through and like look at that and see what all is running in your background. Because if you're having any issues, kind of like I was having, which I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still having issues, but they're not as bad. At least so far to me, they don't feel like they're as bad. But go through and check that out. See if anything's messed up or anything's running in the background for you. Because if so, go through and shut those off. See if it helps your performance at all. Because you never know. There's a good chance it will. So, like I said, I feel like it's helping me at the moment. But I don't want to sit here and bore you guys with terraforming. I don't. So I may get ready to try to call this quits here and just do some of this off camera for a little while. I may just stop the recording for now and pick back up in a little bit, but probably not because it's already almost 7. I think I've been going since about 6 since I got home. And like I said, I know how boring terraforming is. I don't want to bore you guys with it. Trust me, I'm probably going to get bored, but I know I need to get this done. Because, again, I don't want to do it on camera. And if I don't get this done, we're not going to have a house built. So we need to get that done so we can have a house. Kind of thinking come down to this level. What do you guys think? I'm thinking like here will be good. Because then we can bring the front up here a little bit. Because I don't really want to go too much deeper. Because I'm not going too far. We're going to start running into stone and everything. So I'm kind of thinking like this level is where we're going to sit. So I can kind of take this dirt and use this to fill in some gaps. Kind of start leveling the playing field out here where we're going to build, and then try to figure out a house build. Which even if we build it to where the house extends past the hill, that's fine, because then we can just build a house into the hill, kind of a little bit like down below, or even up above. Like we can burrow into that hillside with the house partially. Like maybe we extend backwards if we do put the house here, and like that's the front. We can do it to where the storage area kind of pushes into this hill, which I don't know how big this hill is. It seems decent size if I remember right from our recording and everything in the past. Of course, I say that I end up, digging into a trial chamber or something like that. God, that would suck. God, I miss trial chambers. Okay, yeah, I need to stop getting distracted here. Let's head back to base camp, kind of clear our inventory out so I have space for all this dirt and junk that we're about to consume while I terraform the rest of this crap. I think I'm probably going to call it here and go through, try to terraform that so you guys don't get absolutely bored with the whole, that's a lot of dirt. So I don't absolutely bore you guys with all that, because I know I'm just repeating myself. It just, I hate terraforming. And it's no fun, it's boring, and it's good that doesn't break on punching. I was worried about that. But I don't want to just bore you guys with it, even though I know we're just kind of sitting and chatting. I don't want to ruin it for you guys. So as the sun's setting on our nightly adventure here, I hope you guys have enjoyed and have been able to tune in for episode 1 and 2. If you haven't, go back and watch episode 1 and 2. Come join me on 3, and then hopefully we can get ready to get number 4 filmed. So hope you guys enjoyed. I had a good time with you guys, and I'll catch you later. Game easy.